What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys my review for Boruto Manga Chapter 80. And yet again, we have an insane chapter going on. I do apologize for not posting a full spoilers video. The chapter pretty much ended up getting leaked early. Some of you guys may have known that, some of you guys may have not. But ultimately, I decided not to do a full spoilers video this time around since it was out. And a decent bit of you guys had already probably seen it by then. But that's what happened with that. And then on top of that, I was having some internet troubles as well. So not great timing overall. But if you guys haven't heard, we're also getting a 3-month hiatus for the Boruto manga. And the Boruto manga won't be coming back till August. So let's enjoy what we got over here. And this will probably be my last review for a little bit then. On the Boruto manga, but in case you guys are wondering, I definitely will still be making a lot of discussion videos throughout on the Boruto manga and the Boruto anime, so no need to worry about that. That will be sticking around. So upcoming on my schedule soon is I am going to make a video on the Boruto hiatus, talk a little bit about that, talk about why they possibly are doing this hiatus, and what could be going on a little bit behind the scenes and whatnot. And then I'm also going to be having a video coming out about Dragon Ball Super, just because I haven't really talked about their manga too much lately, mainly because there's just been, a lot of retelling stuff. But I am going to give a little bit of my thoughts on that soon too, so look forward to that. And then after that, we'll see where I end up heading with my videos for a little bit, because we're not going to have any Boruto manga or anime content for a few months, so there's definitely going to be a little bit of a change to the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into the review. So the chapter has a Sarada solo cover, and to be honest, a lot of people weren't rocking with it, and I'm pretty iffy about it too. I definitely think Ikimoto could have done a little better, but I'm not going to talk too much about that. The chapter was titled "What Dad Would Do." So, you could already tell, though, by the solo cover that, okay, Sarada's probably going to be decently involved in this chapter. So, chapter kicked off with Shikamaru pretty much confirming from Ida that Naruto is actually dead. And, Kawaki kind of, grabs her by, the upper collar neck area of her shirt to make sure that she tells Shikamaru for sure that Naruto is indeed dead, so that everybody in the village thinks that and starts seeing Boruto as the enemy. Then after that, we cut over to Sarada trying to calm down Mitsuki, and that doesn't seem to be going on. But while that's happening, Shikamaru kind of relays the message that Naruto is apparently dead. So they get to hear that. And then we cut over to Sumire, who is wondering, what's happening? Something's wrong, because she saw the flash of light earlier, but she seems like wasn't affected by it at this point in the story. Then Sarada actually just drops to her knees, and she just starts breaking down, crying a little bit. She doesn't know what's going on. And Mitsuki's just really pissed. He's in his sage mode. He just rushes ahead, and he's just saying, you'll pay, Boruto, and he's rushing in his direction. Aside from that, moving on from there, we had a little bit of talking between Kawaki and Ida. Ida's pretty much asking him if he had to go this far, and Kawaki said yes, it's the only way. And he pretty much also says that no matter what, he's not going to release Naruto out of this dimension until he's dealt with both Boruto and Code. So until then, the story is going to be that the Hokage is dead and it's all Boruto's fault. A little after that, Damon comes charging in at Kawaki to pretty much make sure Ida's okay and everything like that. Then we cut over to Sasuke actually pulling up to the scene where Sarada's on the ground crying. And then Sarada's pretty much, saying that Mitsuki's acting strange and he's out of control, not himself, and that he went after Boruto, but Sasuke says that that's a perfectly rational reaction, and that also catches Sarada off guard. And then she starts wondering right then, like, hey, what's going on? Like, why is everyone acting so odd? Because that's Mitsuki and Sasuke. And then Sarada gets contacted by Sumire, who seems to believe that this is the current situation is Ida's doing. And it seems like both Sarada and Sumire have not been impacted by it. After that, we get Boruto versus Team 10 for a little bit. So, it was a little sad seeing how Shikadai was telling Boruto he considered him a friend and all that. And you gotta remember, this would technically be Shikadai talking to Kawaki. Imagine if this was like some sort of scene where Shikadai was actually talking to Boruto with like his actual memory. I'm sure from like Boruto's view, it's hitting really hard though, because Shikadai is his best friend, especially, if you watch the anime, you know that. But yeah, Team 10's pretty much after him, and, they're just saying, the actions you did weren't that of a friend. Pretty much trying to kill Kawaki, in this case, is what they're manipulated to believe, and actually killing Naruto. So, while that's going on, we get a little bit more of Sarada talking, and pretty much Sumire is trying to communicate with her to figure things out a little bit more. Then after that, after they're done discussing that, we get a little bit of talking of Sarada trying to desperately convince Sasuke that Boruto is actually not guilty, but Sasuke saying that although he hasn't had any like prejudices against him, the reality is that he tried to kill Kawaki and apparently killed Naruto. So Sasuke can't just let that slide. After that, we get a scene of Momoshiki and Boruto talking. So Momoshiki's pretty much talking about that, hey, let's switch. These are former friends. Let me kill them for you. So Momoshiki's pretty much trying to edge Boruto to the darkness to kind of just make him despair so he can take over his body for good. After that, we kind of get a little bit of a big scene from Sarada for sure. Sasuke's pretty much just telling her to go home and rest, but she's asking, she says that she has one selfish favor that she'll ever ask of him, and that is to please help Boruto. And she unlocks her Mangekyo Sharingan, breaking down while saying this. And I think this is a great moment because if you think about it, Sarada's alerted not only that her idol or role model Naruto is dead. On top of that, Boruto is having something happen to him yet again that puts his life at risk, and now nobody wants to protect him, everybody wants to kill him. And you gotta remember, she cares very deeply about Boruto, so this all causes her to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan. And I also think that she has a cool design. It's like a sun design Mangekyo Sharingan. I can't wait to see down the line what kind of ability she's gonna have. It'll be pretty cool, but I really liked how she unlocked it. And it's also cool because it shows to Sasuke that the fact that she unlocked this really means that she's serious about what she's saying to Sasuke. Like, Sasuke kind of just gets that feeling. And also just because Sasuke knows about the Mangekyo Sharingan. So, after that, we cut back over to Boruto versus Team 10 a little bit. And then Momoshiki and Boruto are talking again. Momoshiki's still trying to convince him that nobody's your friend, everybody wants you dead. He's just trying to bring him down, pretty much. So we get a little bit of action, but then right then Sasuke comes swooping in and saves Boruto. Pretty much says, hey, let's get out of the village. And then he ends up kind of saying that, hey, I first met him when I happened to stop by Naruto's house for a visit. That's the day that Kawaki asked him to become his student. and that, you know, he did the whole thing of fighting Momoshiki with him and Naruto and winning, and then that how he also learned the Rasengan, all that stuff right there. And honestly, it's funny because I know that they're in the midst of things, so it can't happen. But if Sasuke, you know, actually had the chance to confirm it with Kawaki, he could go up to Kawaki and just ask him, um, "Hey, show me your Rasengan," and that could end, you know, end Sasuke's beliefs about everything right there. But yeah, Sasuke has a feeling something's up. Sasuke is also, you know, he also has an idea about the headband that Boruto has as well. So, but I'll get to that in a bit. But Ida pretty much leaves Kawaki then, and she says that um, she's gonna go with Damon, and Kawaki's just looking on. So then we're over now, a little bit outside of the village, where Boruto and Sasuke are sitting by each other by rocks, and what happens is that they're just saying they're gonna rest a little bit and go, and Boruto's just asking then, "Hey, you think I'm the enemy, right? So why are you helping me?" And then Sasuke says that it's because it's the headband you have. It's the one that he gave to Kawaki, actually, yet you have it. Um, and aside from that, he is also saying that he can sense Momoshiki inside Boruto. So he said several things are troubling him. So see, Sasuke, you know, being a smart character in general too, just putting two and two together, he's getting that. And then on top of that, he is also saying that he's doing it mainly for Sarada. He says that even if he doubts his own self, he just believes in what his daughter's telling him and that he's going to help because that's what his daughter wished for. So that just shows you their bond, and that also shows you how important her opinion in this situation was to this. This really, really frustrates Momoshiki because he's like, there's no way Sasuke's doing this. Is he in his right mind? You know, he's saying that even though he perceives Boruto as an enemy, he's really gonna help him out. And then Momoshiki gets like really pissed off, and he's like going on a rant to Boruto, talking about, don't let it get to your head. Everybody's against you. It won't change anything because you've lost so much already, and that the time can't be changed, and that this isn't a general genjutsu. So he's just trying his best to bring Boruto down so he can take the bye. But Boruto's, you know, kind of just giving him a nice, calm response, and I really, 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 really like how Boruto is in this chapter. I really enjoyed how his character handled things, and especially with how it ended. But I'm starting to like Boruto more and more every chapter. I was already a fan of him at the beginning, as it was kind of going through in the series, but especially the last few arcs, Boruto's definitely been winning me over more and more as a character. Awesome character, to be honest, and it's just great to see how far he's come development-wise compared to the beginning of the series. So we get to a point where Momoshiki is just yelling at him. He's just really pissed. He's just kind of saying, like, your role's finished. Hurry up and hand the body over. So, you know, Momoshiki thought this would completely break him down, but it didn't. But Boruto kind of just tells him that, no, you need to stay silent. You need to be the one who's in the backstage, because I'm not giving you my body. So his resolve is still there, and it's still pretty strong. After that, Ida pulls up, and she kind of apologizes to Boruto. And Ida pulls up because she has the flying thing, and obviously she can find him with the Senrigan. Makes sense, right? So, going forward past there, Sasuke sees Ida and Damon for the first time. And what happens is that Boruto has already put two and two together, and Ida's kind of just saying she only wanted to help Kawaki, but this happened unintentionally, and she didn't really imagine that it would turn out like this. So this was on Ida's end, it was more like an unconscious thing. So yeah, that's what happened. But she says that she's surprised that Boruto is really calm about it, and Boruto said that although he's really crushed, he just can't stop thinking about Kawaki though, and like the feelings he must be having, you know, the loneliness and how he lived his whole life and since he was young in comparison to Boruto. So it's hitting Boruto even more now, although he treated him like he was a brother and he acted like he understood him, which he kind of did to an extent with the karma thing, but he didn't understand his past, as deep as I guess it's hitting him now. But Ida's kind of trying to tell him that he does still see you as a brother. It's just the fact that he sees Otsutsuki's as threats. So that's what kind of makes this dynamic really, really interesting, in my opinion. I really like how much effort they've put in this series into the whole Boruto Kawaki relationship, and I kind of like how it's looking like it's gonna come full circle eventually down the line. But we're at a really good point right now. So pretty much what happens after that is Sasuke's just talking a little bit to Boruto about how Naruto was at the start, how he had nothing, and then eventually he proved himself, and then he became Hokage, as you can see. And Sasuke says, if you're really a son as you say, then you can show us just like Naruto did. And Momoshiki is so pissed. It's so funny to me. He was just sitting there so pissed all chapter because now Boruto's kind of getting like a pep talk, and Momoshiki just wants to see Boruto get broken so he could take over the body and do whatever he has on his agenda. So after that, now we're nearing, more towards the end of the chapter. Boruto pretty much kind of just says he never really considered losing everything. And however, despite all that, he's got the blood of Naruto in him. He's got Hyuga blood in him from his mom. And that he also has the granddad being his fourth Hokage. And that he, most importantly, embodies, the will of fire. And he's a Konoha ninja at the end of the day. Awesome scene, awesome page. Probably my favorite one of the whole chapter. And pretty much going from there, he just talks a little bit more about Kawaki, and Boruto kind of says that he can't let this end as brother killing brother. He's got to get this strong. He's got to become stronger and turn this into a mere quarrel among siblings. To be honest, I don't know how it's gonna go. We could really, since this is the Naruto franchise and Boruto is not so bad at the talk no jutsu, just like Naruto, but Naruto is definitely proven how great he is at that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Boruto talks Kawaki out of things eventually in the future, but I feel like there's going to be some losses for sure along the way. I don't know if they'll actually end kind of how Naruto and Sasuke did. I feel like that would be tough, a tough thing to happen. Especially if somehow if Kawaki were to kill like Sasuke or something like that. So who knows? But we have time to see that. There was also a really cool panel where we had like a side to side, Naruto to Boruto thing, and he's just saying how, him selling the quarrel like siblings would be exactly what his dad would do. So that's like the inspiration he's taking from there. Aside from that, Ida says that until he returns to Konoha, she promises that she won't look for either him or Sasuke, which I really like. Respect to her for doing that, because she feels bad here in this situation. She's not like a complete bad person, as you guys can see. And I feel like this will really help a lot, because this will keep Kawaki off their tails, and will also keep the rest of the village off their tails as well. And pretty much Ida's also not happy because Kawaki's kind of in this situation looking like a coward to Boruto right now through the eyes, or just in general, even in her eyes. It's kind of making Kawaki seem like he's coming off as a coward, and she doesn't like that. So that's why she's going to let him go and kind of, I guess, make Kawaki work on his own a little bit here to handle his own situation. So after that, pretty much, Boruto says to tell Sarada thank you for sending Sasuke, and Ida agrees to that pretty much. And Damon just tells him, hey, get a lot stronger. And then after that, that they'll fight at full strength for the first time in my life. That's what Damon said, that he'll do that. And then we pretty much wrap up a little bit later on with, I think, maybe 2 more pages. And we pretty much just have Sasuke saying, hey, let's get going. Boruto thanks Sasuke. They go on. And pretty much the final 2 pages are, we got, I will tell you exactly what they say, actually. I remember it being something like Jigen, Ishiki, they were talking about Ida. I think we cut over to Code. Yeah, it was Code we cut over to. And he's pretty much talking about he's going to make everybody pay. And that Boruto is on the list. Ida, well, so he's talking about pretty much how everything that happened with Jigen and Ishiki, people he looked up to, and then what just happened with Ida. He technically blamed Kawaki for it before the time change, but he says that you shall pay with your life, Boruto, which means that the whole memory change thing did in fact work on Code too, despite him being in another dimension right now. So he pretty much says that he's going to make sure he gets to Boruto, and then meanwhile we get a little panel of Kawaki also saying, I'll kill you as long as you're in Otsutsuki too, bro. And we get a final page, which is a cold panel of Boruto. He's just saying, bring it on, you know, I'll show you something. And what's it called? You gotta know that I'm Boruto Uzumaki. And we end with that iconic pose with Boruto kind of hitting his fist into one hand. Like Naruto did something similar, I believe, in the 4th grade Ninja War. And it's an iconic picture. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember it. But all in all, I mean, that's what happened throughout the chapter. And I did want to kind of go over it, you know, talk about like a lot of the important points again, going through, and what I liked and whatnot. But all in all, my thoughts are really, really positive on the chapter. They've been going really crazy in 2023 with the chapters. So for the 4th time in a row, I'm going to be giving this Boruto chapter a 10 out of 10. So chapters 77 to 80 for me have been top notch. And I really, really love the direction they're going. I hope they keep it up. And I'm just really excited to see, all in all, how things are going to look when we come back in chapter 81. But let me know what you guys thought, definitely for sure, in the comments below. And hopefully we will be getting some more news regarding what exactly is going on with the manga and the anime sometime in the summer, hopefully. But hope you guys enjoyed this last review of mine for a little bit. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.